Side, please. Thank you. Official business, sir. Ma'am, emergency. Please step aside, sir.
Hey, get lost. I'm waiting here, huh?
FBI, you might want to stay out of this, all right, sir? Excuse me, sir. Ma'am, please, back off. All right, I need 8 double tall.
Are you kidding me? And look what I've got in hand. You speaking about coffee. Come on. You know whose mug this is. Literally. And in case you don't know who I am the Dark Jedi, Aries Targaryen, and I'll be serving up all the Star Wars Hot Toys talk and Hot Toys talk, along with a very, very awesome panel. Are you kidding me here today? Here are your surprise guests right here underneath me, right here, Lane, back in the cantina. Lane, buddy, happy Saturday to you.
Hey, it's good to see everybody in the chat. Aries, thank you again for inviting me today. One of my compatriots, Loco Lou, always good to see you. Prime time, first time meeting you. And Jedi Night's Watch, first time meeting you as well. It's great to be here. Want to see some spotchka, some blue milk, and whatever else is going to be dished out to all the tables tonight.
Oh, listen, baby, I'm serving it all up. The coffee is in hand. And you have to wonder, Lane, is it possible that whatever stormtrooper that is you have next to you, is that a friend of TK FOMO?
Maybe, because he decided to steal his backpack. He decided to steal TK FOMO's backpack. Is all the Jedi Patrol troopers.
Well, listen, we got to go through all of these panel members. Come on, baby. And right here, right next to me here, the Jedi Night's Watch. Man, what is going on, brother? We've been planning this for a month. Welcome inside the cantina.
It's an honor to be here. Thank you so much for the invite. I have my spotchka and my water, so I'm ready to go. And looking forward to hanging with this awesome panel for the first time tonight. It's nice to meet each and every one of you. And hello to everybody in the chat.
Yes, and hello, everybody into the chat. And we welcome the Jedi Night's Watch in the cantina, in the house. Come on. And then we will keep zigzagging. So right about diagonal there is what you're gonna do, Loco Lou. You're back in the cantina. What's up, baby?
What's poppin', people? You already know, man. I had to come and see my buddy, the Dark Jedi himself. You already know. And I'm here. I came prepared, baby. You know what I got here? You know what I got in here?
Go ahead, tell me. Shh. It's not the buttermilk beer of East.
It got spice in it.
It's got spice. Is that Tauntaun spice?
Yes.
Oh, man.
So you know what that means? Lucid dreams all day, baby. Yeah. You're thinking about pizza.
That explains some things. Really explains some things.
Yeah. Well, that means we have to fill up table 44, which is a very cold table, because he has this Tauntaun spice. Let's fill up the first one tonight.
Right, I'll see you shortly. There's a meteorite that hit the ground near here. I want to check it out. It won't take long.
Ooh, very cold. Very cold. That's freezing. And last but certainly not least, Prime Time Reviews is in the house in 6-scale cantina. My friend, great to have you in here. Welcome to the cantina.
Thank you. It's definitely an honor. I know we've been speaking for quite a while, and I'm really excited to be on here with this great panel and talking to everybody out here. I'm really excited to get into talking about some hot toys and all kinds of good stuff. So thank you so much for having me. It's truly a pleasure.
Oh, it's a pleasure to have you in here, Prime Time, and welcome everybody to Cantina Live. Come on. And yes, that's what we're calling this show from now on. It kind of has a nice little ring to it. We got the dancers in the beginning. You got the stormtrooper Lane has there. He was doing the dance in the beginning of the intro here. It is Cantina Live. It is a Saturday night. And listen, baby, it is a big UFC card coming up later tonight. And you have to wonder, is it possible that the Dark Jedi is going to be getting that? Are you kidding me? You've got Aljamain Sterling versus Peter Yan. You have got Volkanovski. Are you kidding me? Versus the Korean Zombie. I cannot miss that tonight. But listen, first, this is kind of like my appetizer. This is my real fun time, hanging out here. And look, let's get right off the bat. I know we got to fill Grogu up. But listen, guys, we got to say hi to the people that are in here. But we have some people daring to sit at table 66.
Good, Anakin, good. Good.
Man, oh man. You guys got to have a lot of courage. H. Green, welcome in here with us. What is going on? Good to have you in here. And is in the house. Good to have in here. Little plug during Aries' Raw coming up the Aries Tarrington show on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Is going to be one of the guests with me. Good to have her in the house. Single songwriter, UFC Intergalactic Broadcast later tonight. Good to have single songwriter in the house. Big Dog Pound is in the house. Chewie's Bandolier is in here as well. Local Lou, hold my balls. He's calling you the legend, baby. Good to have hold my balls in the house.
Hold my balls just says it all. You know,
it
just
says
the name. It just says hold my balls. So if someone says hold, I'm hold my balls and you a legend, that means you just carrying rocks with you all day, baby. Just big ass rocks.
Did you say the rock? I can smell what you're cooking, baby.
Oh,
okay.
Really? Yeah.
It's Popsick is in the house. What is going on, Mr. Popsick? Probably sitting with Grogu, probably at table 5. Guys, you know what that means. Come on. Continue to go here. Frogman is in here. And you have to wonder, Lane, how close are we to the Frog Lady? Frogman's in the house. Come on. Frog Lady's coming.
Yeah, we've seen Stranger Things come out.
That's a good show. But yes, we have seen Stranger Things come out. Van City is in the house. What is going on? DT Artman, what is up to you as well? Welcome in here, my friend. And Denobi is in the house, the Fab Five. Greetings, everyone. That better be decaf Spotchka, right? Listen, Denobi, I think we're a little bit loaded tonight. I've got this loaded. Who pulled up the Spotchka before? Was that the Night's Watch or Prime Time? I think it was the Night's Watch. There you go. There.
Got my Grogu.
Got your Grogu. Come on.
There you go.
Well, listen. Now I'm going to have to play this for you. Grogu's jumping all around. I could swear one of those troopers are TK FOMO or CT Suck It. It's got to be one of them. Really. Ashley Chase, what is going on? Good in here. The Thor is in here. What's up? Cypher 9, welcome. Mary Sullivan, come on. God, I could keep going. Indiana Jones, dun da 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 dun da da. I love that. Avatar. Darth Drez is in here. Listen, welcome everybody. If I miss you, here's the friend of TK FOMO, CT 603 is in the house, and Marco Polo and Stephen Harvey. Gosh, I could keep going and going. And if I miss you, just keep going in there. We'll get you up here tonight. Come on. You know what I'm talking about. The collector #1. What is going on, everybody? What is going on to you? And welcome everybody in here. Spice Runner is in the house as well. Mandalorian Huntress. What's up? Good to see everyone. Good to have her in here. And Mad Makes is in the house. 1-6 Shooter is in the house. Welcome everybody to Cantina Live. So guys, listen, it's we got kind of a little bit of a buzz going on in the community. We came out of the Chinese New Year. We got some releases. We got some announcements. We're getting close to May 4th, we had a couple of interesting things, certainly, that have happened over the last several weeks. Last I checked, it's April 9th today. It's absolutely a little bit crazy for sure. One thing I want to do before we go ahead and go into the first topic, I want to go ahead and share my screen over here. And in case you don't know what this page is, this is sixscalecantina.com. And if you don't have this bookmarked, you may want to consider doing so. It has all the latest information on the channel on Six Scale Cantina, number one. So certainly subscribe, because then you get those bell notifications. And then if you subscribe, you'll know that the next show right here is the one that we're on, Cantina Live. Come on, baby. Coffee right in there, Millennium Falcon. What else you got to do? And then you see we got coming up tomorrow, live at 2 p.m. Eastern, the Market Chart Show. And boy, do I have a lot of stuff that we need to go over in there for sure. Also, here's something for you, just a little bit of a sneak peek. You see there's an extra tab in here, guys. So you got the market chart for Star Wars that you're all used to. And you have to wonder, is it possible, besides the Star Wars market chart, that we're going to start getting the Marvel Hot Toys market chart? And I say yes. So there's some breaking news for you. Now, when you come in over here, I'm building this. You see that big white text, Marvel chart under construction, value and trends coming soon. It's building here, baby. But you can go ahead and start getting ready for that for sure. So real excited about that. And of course, the resources and links page, where you will find primetime reviews, where you'll find the Jedi's Night Watch, where you will find Loco Lou, not where you will find Lane, although Lane, where are you going to get your channel started, baby? Come on.
Possibly someday. That is going to be a lot of figures to keep track of, Eric. With adding Marvel. Ouch.
Yeah, it is. But it's going to be a lot of fun. It's been a long time in the making, and that is certainly some big news and something I am happy to share with everybody here. So keep watch here over the upcoming weeks. You see we got some biggest movers section to go over. We got the Star Wars versus Marvel section, which is going to go with the Marvel market chart. But let's go ahead, guys, and let's go to the first topic I have for Cantina Live. And Moon Knight series thoughts. And, I got to watch, both episodes already, gentlemen. And we're going to start off with you, Lane. I'm really digging it. I really like the first episode. I think Oscar Isaac is fantastic. I love the brand of humor that he brings in into a lot of his stuff. He certainly was doing it when he was playing Poe Dameron for Star Wars. He brings it in here. Then go ahead and bring in here comes Ethan Hawke, and a really just almost over the top bad guy, but he kind of really does it, and the chemistry between him and Oscar Isaac is really good. It's a lot of fun. I think fun is the word, and exciting. I think so far. Do you have any thoughts on the Moon Knight series?
Unfortunately, I'm not going to start this off on the best foot because I have not watched any episodes of the Moon Knight yet. Because
Do you plan on watching it?
Yes, but I will not watch it till all of them are out. I watched.
Oh, so you want to tune in where you could just binge it, get out the bag of potato chips, get out the dip, or your chips and salsa, or your peanuts, whatever the hell it is that you do, and then you're gonna go watch one after one after one.
Yeah, that's what I'm really interested in this one, but it's not Marvel show. The shows, the movies, I'm still very much into, like going to the movie theater to see them. But the Marvel shows, I was into WandaVision because it was the first one, so I watched those each week. But this isn't like the Star Wars shows for me. Like Obi-Wan, when that comes out, that's going to be every single week. I'm going to be like, is it Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? Waiting for that to pop up because I can't wait for that. I was like that with Book of Boba. Even when it was going up and down, I still could not wait. And I was still going to watch the next episode every week. So, but this one I'm going to watch when it's all out because of my more binging style. but I have heard really good things, and I have been told by people who have watched it already. They said this is probably going to be a series, like you mentioned, with the sense of humor and everything, that I am probably going to like. Like I'm going to probably like it better than I did, maybe like Falcon and the Winter Soldier or something like that. Which I did enjoy, but like it wasn't my favorite thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. No, and I think you're going to really enjoy it when you binge watch it. And probably once it's all over, that'll be something I just sit down and watch it all up at first for sure. Jedi Night's Watch. Did you get an opportunity to see any of this yet?
Yeah, I'm caught up, and I am not familiar with Moon Knight as a character prior to the show, so I saw
Me
the
neither,
trailer,
yeah.
and I was just kind of like, it doesn't really mean anything to me. I have no clue what's going on here, but I thought the show, without giving any spoilers, did a good job. If you don't know the character, kind of just leading you up to how he develops into that character. It's kind of like an Egyptian themed Venom is kind of what it reminds me of, with the voice in the head and kind of telling you to do stuff. But it's early, but so far I really do like it a lot. It kind of reminds me of Peacemaker, where I started watching it and I really didn't know the character too much, and I really had kind of low expectations. But then again, it's early, 2 episodes, but so far every episode has given you enough entertainment that each episode is just really fun to watch, and you're looking forward to the next week. So yeah, I'm all for it so far. I think Oscar Isaac was a great choice. I think he's a great actor, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to finishing out. I hope it continues to build momentum like Peacemaker did, kind of come out of nowhere and just be a strong series.
Yeah, and hopefully the rest of the figures they put out will be better than the Peacemaker one as well.
Oh.
I have to throw that in there. Yeah, Local Lou, a great point there by the Night's Watch. It's really something where you're not familiar with the character, but so many other people are, where you can go ahead and just watch one episode or start getting into it, and they hook you right in. Because a lot of times, hey, something can be based off a comic, something can be based off a true story, it can be based off of a book series. It's up to the producers and the directors and for them to go ahead and create some magic, right? And at least for me too, it's looking really, really good. Again, the real highlight for me is the chemistry between Oscar Isaac and Ethan Hawke so far. But any thoughts from you? Did you get to see this yet at all?
Oh yes, I've seen it. I'm hooked. I've seen the first episode 5 times and the second episode 3 times. I'm supposed to see it again with my wife to see the second episode. So she hasn't seen it yet, but she's hooked. As soon as she saw the first episode, she's like, I want more, because we like to binge watch series too, like Lane does. But this is good because it has us wanting and leaves us wanting more, and that's a sign of a good series. When they leave you wanting and wanting and wanting, and it's good because it's never the same thing. It's always something a little different, something different enough where it keeps you like on the hook. Like the bait is there, we grabbed it, but you're on the hook. So they're just reeling us in until the last episode. Now, I'm familiar with the character. I know that he's a hero, and sorry if you hear my daughter, she's having a blast in the back over there. But
come on, it's a party, baby. That's all right.
It's a party. She's my little Grogu. You know what I mean? She's my little Grogu.
Wait. What, is it possible that she's also with this little guy?
Oh yeah. See, having fun. See. So basically, the character, he's very different from what you normally see, and I get the whole Venom aspect because of the way the suit appears, but they had to add something of a mysticism to it. So this is where you get the whole god complex, and then you got a dual personality kind of thing going on, schizophrenia, if you want to call it that. Like they had other legal terms for it, but the way Oscar Isaac just like nails it. He nails it. And it's not just him nailing it, it's his accents and his charisma, the way
Such
he
a good
throws himself into
Mm.
those positions. And
Yeah.
it's not an easy thing to have a conversation with yourself in a different accent with a different, kind of flow. And yeah, if you're watching, make sure you hit that like button. Okay,
Mhm.
you know it's Loco Lou here where everybody else is. You cannot be here and not hit that like button. Hit that like button. Show your support. We're a community, right? For
The
each
more you
one.
hit it, the more the Hot Toys Wizard may just get aggravated and want to interrupt this program.
Ooh,
Anyway, continue.
But specifically, let's keep it a stack. The CGI for when we see the suit appear and disappear, or when we see certain characters appear, right? It's done right. It's tasteful. It's not something that's going to age very badly in the next 5 to 10 years. It's something that's going to hold water for a little longer.
Mm-hmm.
And from what people were saying, that it's going to be brutal. We still got more to see. There's a lot going on. There's still more to see because this guy is not your Punisher, but he's not your Daredevil either. So he's somewhere in the middle, and you're gonna love what you're gonna see. And
he's got his own gig.
Yep. Yeah, he got his own gig, and you already know. If you've seen the posters and the trailers, and if you haven't, I'll leave it. I'll leave it for you guys to watch it. It's
leave
just
it there.
That good. It's just that good.
It's really, really good. And who else is sitting at table 44 where it's really cold but cool, baby?
Oh, really? You're cold?
Let me know what table you are at. And primetime reviews. Any thoughts on Moon Knight? Did you get to see it yet, or what do you think?
I did. I am all caught up, and I get up 4 o'clock in the morning to work out, and I put it on the TV and watch it immediately, just so no spoilers. Good. I got to beat all the spoilers before they come out. So I watched that, and I'm all caught up with it. I love it. I know of the character. I knew of the character. I didn't know really how this was going to be, so it's kind of going in blind. And I was really impressed. The first episode, when it started off, I wasn't too sure, but now, I'm really into it. So much that episode 2, I watched it twice, and usually I don't do that. So it was really good. I love the detail, especially of the suit, just watching the threads form around him and the eyes. I'm all in on it. I love it. Even my mother loves it. So that says something. So she'll, like, when I'm driving to work, we're on the phone talking about how good the show was. So it's cool. So
yeah, but it could attract a vast array of different people. Right lane. It kind of that's a very, very good sign. Because and I think that's what they intend to do, right? Is try and get capture all audiences to want to be interested.
100%.
Yeah, and it's kind of I think it's really fun. And segueing, right into it, sticking with Moon Knight and part of the Hot Toys News Week recap. I'll go ahead and share the screen, gentlemen. And you could see right here off on the side, there he is. The Moon Knight. First, they went ahead and teased this lane. And then all of a sudden, after they went ahead and teased it, here we go. Here is the figure. So, with this segment, the weekend recap, we just talked about the awesome Moon Knight series. Certainly, the ongoing, it's looking like it's there. It's really, really good. Certainly, we'll be watching it and keeping an eye on it, see where it lands, and keeping an eye lane on Hot Toys to see where they land. This is a really, really nice figure. However, it didn't come. I'll open it right up with it. With the Oscar Isaac head sculpt. And Oscar Isaac is a huge part of this series, not to give anything away, but he just is. And with his likeness. Any thoughts on this? Any on where you are with this announcement from Hot Toys?
The figure looks fabulous. I think we can call it a first for Hot Toys that they're doing a Mummy Ninja. So that is definitely something. As I had someone else on Facebook point out that he is, at least this costume version of it looks like
Getting closer to Mortal Kombat. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I would say Wenwu maybe has you beat on that, but with his outfit. But this I think figure looks really. I mean, not that we expect anything less of Hot Toys to do this. I think it's a great representation of it. I think it comes with the appropriate weapons and stuff, with the moon crescents and ninja stars and stuff.
Right.
I think it's a good looking figure. The $285 price does have me a little concerned, or like you would say, without a head sculpt. I don't know if this one needs a head sculpt necessarily, though. With just from the little bits and pieces I've seen from where it shows up in the show, and I haven't let anybody tell me any spoilers, so that might have affected my opinion though with that too. But I don't know if I go with the price for $285 for it without. I mean, because I'm just going to use as my representative Cosca Reeves, which it was this year, so it's not like we're talking 2021 pre-order release or something. This was this year at $270.
Oh, I can't wait for her, baby. Can't wait for her.
With a head sculpt. Now this has a background, so it's not like it comes with nothing. But if this was 270, 260, I think that's my real only thing where I feel like it should be at. But the figure itself, I don't think this one needs a head sculpt of Oscar Isaac for this next one.
It's interesting. It's an interesting thoughts there, Lane. And when you talk about price and you talk about whether it needs it or not, let's go ahead and go to the Night's Watch with the next Cobb answer. He brings up Lane brings up a couple interesting things. My thing is, sure, when he's flying around in this outfit, it's kind of like when Iron Man is flying around, when he has the suit completely on, or when Boba Fett has the helmet completely on, or Cosca Reeves, or so on and so forth. Yes, I think that this works with that. But I almost feel like with this, to be honest with you, Night's Watch, it's almost the opposite of The Mandalorian, where very few and far between do you see Pedro Pascal, where you always are seeing The Mandalorian with that on. Whereas with this, not to give anything away, again, a lot of Oscar Isaac. You get a treat turning into this. And I think the interesting thing is, I almost got the sense that some people were like bummed out and surprised, but still really liking this figure. Like, okay, it didn't come with it. I kind of really thought it was, but okay. But does that really mean, Night's Watch, your thoughts on that are we going to get another one now? Because Hot Toys does this, where it's like, oh, well, we know you want the head sculpt. By the way, we're going to give you another figure anyway.
Yeah, so, you're kind of right where the figure itself is intriguing, but there are some, I wouldn't say red flags, but just kind of, I don't even know if I want to say it's a mixed bag, but I think the figure itself looks really good. I'm not like all up in arms that it didn't come with the Oscar Isaac head sculpt. I think they're going to probably make the white tuxedo Moon Knight, and then that one would come with the Oscar Isaac head sculpt. That's just pure speculation. I think they'll drop another one, probably when the series is over, the season is over. Obviously, if it hits, then I think we'll get another one, probably with a head sculpt. For me, it's going to be one of those things where I agree with Lane. I think when I first saw the price point and I saw everything that came with it, I was like, it seems a bit high when we're getting some of the daggers there, but no head sculpt, no real accessories. Seems a little bit high. So this is going to be one of the figures that I want to see how the show finishes out before I make a decision, and then B, I'm probably going to see what else is coming out around that time and then make my decision. If it's something Star Wars or maybe even DC, I may jump on that as opposed to this. I'm not just going to jump into this right now. I want to pump the brakes a little bit, see how the show does, because again, I don't have any, like Local Lou knows the character. I don't have any emotional attachment. So for me, the figure looks great, but I have to be selective on what I'm going to be picking up. So I got to make sure that I'm in love with the character itself and that it really starts to mean something to me. The base choice to me is just unacceptable. I can't stand those large triangular bases. We've seen them
I'm right with you on that, baby. It's that Darth Maul. We've seen it.
Right.
We've seen it on Darth Maul, and it's like if this is what they're charging us, Night's Watch for $285. It's I don't mind the $285 because I know that the prices are going to go up, and I understand we have function, but honestly, Night's Watch Qui-Gon Jinn had light up function, and that was $235. So for that plastic background and that Maul base, I can't stand that Maul base.
Well, and it's just like you kind of feel like Hot Toys is maybe finally going more towards diorama bases, trying to give you a little bit more since the prices are kind of going up, but then they kind of just fall back on this base, this simple base that we've seen before. So the other thing that I initially had a question about was the eyes, the light up function. Will they be really dark like a K2SO when they're not on? Because 99% of the time we're not going to have the lights on, the LED lights in the eyes. But I think I did see that they're painted white, so they should still look pretty good even when they're not turned on.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder, and really great thoughts there, Night's Watch, and Prime Time. We're going to go to you next with this, but I sometimes I wonder, why am I even putting the batteries in some of these? And now I got to go back in a bunch of my figures and take them out, because I'm not even putting them in with a lot of the figures I'm getting, because it's more hassle than not. But real interesting comments, and I guess a lot. Again, I think for the most part, this figure does look really freaking sweet. I do think it's coffee spilling figure. I think it's awesome. But certainly a lot of people out there, wanting the head sculpt, and you have to wonder, Prime Time, is it possible that when people equate or think of Hot Toys, they're thinking of exact human likeness? And I think that that's something we have to consider, because we kind of put them in that. I mean, it was great when they came out with that KX Enforcer droid they show. They continually demonstrate what they can do artistically. They come out with a figure like this. It's got me spilling my coffee, Prime Time, over Darth Revan. Where is Darth Revan? Come on, because I know how that's going to be. But I don't expect really a head sculpt with Darth Revan. I don't really need one. But here it's like, okay, you're going to make me buy another figure is the point. And I get the price point. Yeah, well, if you get a head sculpt, it's going to be more. Well, sure. Well, if you got to get rid of the hair, it's going to be more too. You get more weapons, it's going to be more. Yes, but maybe they shouldn't even have gave us that base and gave us a head sculpt. But real interesting. Give me your take, Prime Time.
Yeah, so I definitely agree. I think the head sculpt would have been crucial for this, but I do feel that they did this so we would buy the Mr. Knight figure and get the head sculpt with him. Just because a lot of people, I feel, are not going to pose Moon Knight with the regular head sculpt. I know myself, I would look at that. I would get that figure. I would look at the head sculpt. I'd say, wow, this is beautiful. I'd put it on. I'd take a picture. I'd put it back in the box, and it would be gone. And that's it. It would just be hiding in my closet with all the other boxes, and that's the thing. So I'm fine with it not coming out with a head sculpt. I wouldn't have used it anyways. But some things that concern me, yes, the light up eyes. How bright are they going to be? And then again, that's something I'm probably going to put the batteries in for 2 seconds, try the lights, take a picture, and take the batteries out, because I'm scared of what's going to happen if you leave them in there. So that's not a big thing. The cape is one thing that I'm concerned about. And then the stand, the base is like the stand itself, and you have that acrylic rod holding up the moon.
Yep.
But then they give you this standard, dynamic posable waist grabber. So to me, I don't think you can use both at the same time. So unless they have a different way of attaching both of those, maybe there's something that you're going to be able to hook the moon to the whatever that clamp is. So it's one or the other. So I don't know. I just hate the way that looks. If that was clear or something, it'd be a lot better. But and then the cape, if you look at the cape, I don't know about posability. There's obviously going to be a wire in the top, but the bottom, I know when he puts the cape out, it shapes like a moon. So I don't know, if you look at the bottom of the cape, it's kind of frayed. I don't know if there's going to be wires and stuff, but that's kind of nitpicky. But when you're spending almost $300, I think you can be a little nitpicky. But
yeah, no, well, that's a good point. When you're spending $300, and I can't tell if that plugs in to the back, or it almost looks like maybe it fastens and that it's separate.
Hopefully it's just separate and clips on or something. It's
definitely
hard to tell.
cool. It's definitely cool. And before we go to Loco Lou, welcome everybody to Cantina Live. I am the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington, serving up all the Hot Toys talk, along with this fine panel right here. Loco Lou, go ahead and give me your thoughts, but first, maybe you can answer Seth's $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Seth. Great supporter to the channel. He says, Loco Lou, the plastic on the head and on the chest plate bother the hell out of him. He's not sure why they wouldn't do cloth throughout like the Jedi figures. Go ahead, Loco Lou, go.
All right. So now if you look at the head sculpt and the hood itself, the hood has very, very fine details on it. These are details that are so small that it would be a very finicky thing for them to do. And the easiest way to go is to go the plastic route. And here's why. Remember Tony Stank? A lot of people had the uproar. If it's not quite right, we send it back. If it's not perfect, we send it back. That's what we do. You know, we either love it or we hate it. And this is an easy out for them. And I think it works well. And that's my opinion. Because if you're going to have this figure in motion and in action, right, you don't want to futz with the hood so much. Especially if it's a person that's supposed to be super dynamic. And granted, we've got wire hoods before, but some people don't know how to mess with it. Some people refuse to futz with it. And this is a way to meet the middle ground, okay, when it comes to that actual sculpt. And then the detail on the chest, that's another thing. I also wish they gave us some fabric for the chest piece, but I know why they didn't do it, because really it's just them cutting corners to give us what they see on the screen as a figure, and it's the closest representation one-to-one. Now I've heard, oh yeah, this looks like the Marvel Legends, this looks like the Diamond Select. I think it's the other way around. I think those other companies that's doing the smaller scales are just learning to capture the realism that's in the figure itself.
100%.
So when you talk about wired capes, this figure is going to be one of those figures that has a wired cape, and you'll be able to make that crescent moon shape, and you can see it in the dynamic poses. It's all bendy wire. The other capes that we've gotten, kind of like classic Loki, he has a bendy wire cape as well. So they're going into that dynamic route and giving us figures that are dynamic, and they know we want to take photos of it and sometimes just keep it there forever in that pose, depending on the type of collector you are. Now, as far as the head sculpt goes, I'm in agreement. It should come with Mr. Knight, because you're going to see most of the interactions through the suit with that, you know, unmasked look with Mr. Knight versus that. And that's not based on the 2 episodes. This is just solely based on what I know.
And hold that thought, because that's part of my, I don't want to say issue, but concern, because this figure is great, is there is a lot of Mr. Isaac in this. And I'm like, if you could have just put it in one, I would have spent a little bit more now, so I don't have to buy 2 figures. And I get it. It's a business. You're going to buy 2 figures. You guys are probably right. You're going to get the tuxedo version. You're going to get another version. You don't necessarily need it with that, but you kind of like, oh, it's a hot toy. I want the head sculpt. That's where you concentrate on. But again, it's more of this. If you're a real fan of this character, you're going to buy it both. Whereas someone be like, oh, no, I don't need it. There's going to be a lot of people like that don't need the head sculpt. But if you collect hot toys, just, really because of the head sculpts. I mean, I know for me personally, I consider other hot toys really for the head sculpt, even though it's not my big IP Star Wars, right? Just because of how amazing it is. That's why I eyeball that freaking Johnny Depp Jack Sparrow.
Oh yeah.
Okay? That's why I love Michael Rooker. That's why I'll eyeball that Yondu. So I mean, then when you're just coming out with something like this, it's kind of like, but they know they're going to get you again. It's like, I got you. You're going to spend on this because we're coming out with it.
Yeah, and to say this, that Hot Toys is playing the games that they usually do when it comes to pricing. This price tag is bad, in my opinion.
Let's talk about that.
The price right now is $285. You get a set of moonerangs, that's what they called, and a set of hands. You get this rinky dink crescent moon that I believe is going to be that clamshell kind of moon plastic that you get with like the Iron Man shield and the other little doodads that they give us as like, oh yeah, this is a cheap throwaway type of piece. It would make sense if it was a replica. You know what I mean? Like it may be plastic, but a replica nonetheless. And I have a feeling that it's not solid. I haven't seen all the images of Secret Base and what they have, but I know in Secret Base they do have the crescent moon attached to the dynamic stand and Moon Knight attached to the dynamic stand. So they have that, duality in it, which I don't know if that's going to be a thing that everybody wants to do because it does command a lot of space, just like the diamond base does. And I think the diamond base
there.
Yeah, at least it's there, but the diamond base should be more for like heavy figures. You know what I mean? Like
I agree.
Something that's going to cost like just heavy duty.
So let's talk about that. $285. And look, personally, I know that the prices are going up. That's why people have asked me, "Oh, what do you think of the price of the Queen Studios Joker?" I said, "Oh, I think it's a good price. Prices are going to be going up. Look, baby, prices on everything is going up. Okay, I'm in the production and manufacturing business. I have been for years. Everything is going up. You cannot escape. I should have that Darth Vader clip. There is no escape. Anyway, but listen, I mean, let's go to you, Lane, with this, because I know that you mentioned some things about the price. Prices are going to go up. $285, but you get that base that we're so used to. I don't know. I mean, I
absolutely hate.
Yeah, I mean, I almost feel like, it's got to come. Like I'm going to put a big 10-pound dumbbell on it. I don't know. It's just so damn big.
Well, like I had the Maul DX18, they came with the big stupid base for the chair, and I was just like, it ate up half my detolf shelf, and I'm just like, I displayed it for like 30 seconds and said, "No, you're too big. Out." It's just, I know prices are going up, but I'm comparing what this guy comes with in comparison like that. That's why I was trying to play her at the Casca Reeves.
He doesn't come with that much.
Yeah, but she didn't come with a lot either,
No, but she has the head sculpt, and she has the helmet.
Yeah.
So you almost feel like they get away with it. And
now they're doing the light up eyes, so maybe that offsets a little bit there. But your point out and stuff for putting in the batteries and all that stuff, because I actually had pre-ordered for a while now the Miles Morales, 2020,
right,
that had the light up eyes. And I didn't realize that they were only showing up with light up like that, because I pre-ordered that like 8 months ago. Bob Dylan, fortunately, when I was helping him set up his first time ever going on a live stream, helping him with his equipment to make sure it worked right, he told me and filled me in on that. I was like, oh no, I definitely can't get that. I actually just canceled that recently.
Well, look at what Lane here 16 Shooter says, and with 93 in here, please go ahead and smash the like button here on Cantina Live for 6 Scale Cantina. Welcome in here. Let me know what table you're at. I'll be filling it up. I got the coffee right here, baby. Don't think I don't got it. I got the whole damn pot besides the cup. Freaking prime time. I mean, look here. 16 Shooter goes 285 is standard average now. Okay. Because it's not coming with a whole lot. So if this came with a head sculpt, I guess under that view, and I think he's right, we're really, are we looking at 310? Are we looking at 320 normal for a figure?
315, 320 probably with a head sculpt.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
And do you and I guess, and that's what I'm kind of, is that what we should expect moving forward with a figure like this? Let me ask you this, prime time. Let's say we get a Casca Reeves again that does come with a head sculpt, but also comes with the helmet. Or you get another Boba Fett, and then you get a lot of accessories like we got with the Boba Fetts, or even like the Mandalorian. Is 315 going to be like the norm? Is that what you're thinking?
That's what I'm thinking. And I know it's hard to say, 285 for this. I'm actually okay with it. I mean, it is what it is. Nowadays, you're going to pay because everything costs more. Right? Gas costs more. All this stuff costs more. So they have to pay people more money. It is what it is. So whether it's a $20 difference, if they were charging you $265, I mean, whatever. You know, it is what it is to get something that's a work of art in your hand. Again, I know it's not a limited production or whatever, but it's still something that's it's different. It's not a Marvel Legends. So for me, I just don't care. I mean, $285, I'm going to pay it. Am I going to pre-order it? No, I don't pre-order anymore. I don't pre-order. There's no reason to. I'll get stuff day one, you know, whatever.
If that's how you're saving for it, if that's how you save for it and that's how you budget it,
sure.
Yes, pre-order it.
Sure.
But if you're pre-ordering it because you think you're gonna, oh my god, it's gonna, I wouldn't do that. No.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Night's Watch. Interesting here, and also welcome everybody who's in here. We also got 6 Scale Mafia, my man Anthony in the house. $300+, and no sculpt, says Mafia. Make sure you subscribe to 6 Scale Mafia too. He's going to have a show later tonight that will come on shortly after mine. Think about that for a moment. Kind of pricey, no? Yeah. Well, what do you think, Night's Watch? But I kind of feel like I was talking here with Primetime. I kind of feel. I knew this was coming. That's kind of where we're going if you start looking, because if you add a head sculpt to this, it has to be about $30-$35 just for the head sculpt, right?
Yeah, I'm right with Primetime. I think I was thinking like $315 if there was a head sculpt, but you know, I understand all the prices are going up and whatnot, but I still make the same amount of money, so I have to be more selective with what I'm buying. So I think Lane still has a good point where Costco Reeves came out, you know, relatively recently, has the head sculpt and is cheaper. So it still does seem a little pricey for me. It's not a deal breaker, but again, it's definitely one of those figures that I think looks good, but I'm going to wait and see what my options are at the time it drops, which could probably be 2024. Like, who knows what we're going to be on to then, you know, when things come out. So that's just the other thing that has me a little not concerned, but just kind of just wait and see. Like, let's just see what comes out. But really quickly too, with the hood, I would just say that I don't have a problem with it being sculpted, because how many times do you actually see those figures where they have the wire running through it that it actually looks natural? Like I have my Solo Maul, and the hood is just so light that you get it. It's got the wire, but it still pops up and it doesn't sit exactly how you want. This kind of reminds me of the Spider-Gwen figure where they sculpted the hood on and it looks 100% perfect and natural. Yes, the only drawback is you can't put the hood down, but I'm all for it. I think it's fine. I'd rather, because I get these figures for the realistic factor. So if it looks more realistic, I'm all for that, and I don't have a problem with the that sculpted hood. But again, it's not a deal breaker. It just seems a bit pricey for me. So I just got to kind of see what else is going to be out at that time.
Yeah, price is certainly something we're going to have to keep an eye on. It's certainly something that we're dealing with, not only with Hot Toys, but with everything across the globe for sure. And also welcome everybody who's in here. And Fat Batman's Collecting Nightmare is in here. Hello, everyone. Table 66. Okay, so we'll go ahead and serve you up. And certainly for Palpatine, money is no issue.
Good, Anakin, good.
Well, all the banks are assigned to the office of the Supreme Chancellor. So,
real interesting stuff. Welcome everybody who's in here. Let's go ahead and go to the next topic.
I had a little bit more.
Oh, go ahead, go. Who had more?
I had more. I had a little bit more. So,
but wait, Local Lou, before you go, before you go ahead and do that, let me play this for table 77.
This is where the fun begins.
Go ahead, go.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun too, because I've been keeping an eye on Hot Toys and the way they've been pricing their figures and how they're releasing stuff. So this is not the first time we get a $285 figure. You got to look at the Lokis, President Loki. You see, like they started trickling in stuff. Yes, we got a head sculpt, but we didn't get too many things with the figure itself. It's like, okay, we're going to give you something with the head sculpt that's going to quote unquote justify the price. And then when something like a Spider-Man or a masked vigilante comes up, we're going to keep that sticker price on and just like throw in some junk just to kind of like think we're flaring it up, but we're not really flaring it up. And they've done that so many times. With Star Wars is not so much of the jump that we're seeing other than the 275 for masked individuals. I know Luke, it's a little bit higher. He was what 310, 315 for the deluxe version.
So this is 15.
It was a 315, right? So like that's different. He comes with tons of stuff. Head sculpt, yes, but he comes with tons of stuff, including the engineering for a purge system. You know what I mean? You include that as well. Lighter features, that's easy. That's been done before. We get that a lot with Iron Man and other figures similar to that. But they are being very sneaky on how they're doing their pricing, and they did this in the beginning of the pandemic. They did it in the middle, and they're still doing it today. And it's around this time of the year is when they do it. It's this time of the year where they start like, okay, this is the new norm. Because last year, the new norm was 265. And then it grew in the middle of the summer to 275. And then into fall, 285. And it's been holding strong 285 until now. For little figures here and there. Not every figure, but certain figures.
Yeah, it's real interesting. Like if I pull this up, and it's hard. Like before we go ahead and go, we could stay with that real quick, guys, and just pulling this up onto the screen. So this is 270 for Fennec, which didn't come out. Well, when did this come out? In January, right? This was officially announced. Now 270. You see what you get here. You get that awesome head sculpt. You also get that helmet and the shield. You get that awesome body part there from her guts. Of course, you get the spatchka, but my spatchka is better. From in here, you get the guns. You get a whole bunch of hands. You get these other crap sand things, which I don't like. You get the bag. I don't know. I mean, this is $15 less.
He comes with a lot less hands than Moon Knight, though. He comes with 10 hands, so that's the difference, man.
Well, some expensive hands, baby. Those must be Hot Toys wizard hands.
Marvel's throwing gang size at this point.
Yeah, this is
Hot Toys wizard hands, baby.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so Aaron, one thing had you noticed, and sorry, I meant to bring this up with this too. I meant to make this for my point. We don't need to spend time, but this might be something for a conversation you have on one of your other shows, or maybe for you might talk about tomorrow during your individual show a little bit. And you guys may have noticed too, the longer windows that they're putting the figures for. This one had it. The KX figure had it too, where they're doing a 6-month window for the release for it, which that feels a little bit more in line with like how Hot Toys, puts it for quarters and stuff on their website for their products. That might be something you have to consider too now when you're going to order figures. Not only the price, but they're putting a half a year time frame now that it could possibly come out too. Anyway, that was just something I noticed too recently.
Yeah, very, very interesting. Well, welcome everybody who's in here. This is Cantina Live. We are going over right now the topic of Hot Toys news recap from this past week. And listen, tomorrow starts a brand new week for Hot Toys, and a brand new week here. Who knows what we could get? Is it possible we're going to get something from Star Wars Sunday night, Monday morning? Oh, we're going to keep an eye.
Hope so.
On it. Yeah.
I get a funny feeling something good's coming, though. I don't know.
I have my wish list, man. I have my wish list, and I'm hoping something comes up because I'm starting to get a little antsy.
Is it just okay to wish for Hot Toys to get more Ahsokas to Sideshow so that they can get them either to us or other other places? It's already. I know it's not a new release, but we still got tons of people waiting.
I'm waiting.
Like, just gimme. I think our Star Wars
she's
fans
amazing.
want that.
It's a great one.
It told me how much people want more Ahsoka. Where you think about it, we just had that figure was kind of one of the only main representations when it was announced. I saw we have that Rebels statue coming from Sideshow. That thing has a production run of 6,000 for the normal and 3,000 for the exclusive. That tells me there was a lot of interest in Ahsoka. So we want Ahsoka. Please give us more.
You might get that freaking Mandalorian one quicker than you think.
Oh, the Chrome Mando.
And listen, with all you guys talking about tomorrow night, maybe this is what they call all of you.
They call him the Wizard.
All right, guys, let's get into the other last thing of the week we want to talk about and touch on. I'm going to start off with you, Night's Watch, on this. And we talked about this on a number of shows, but very fitting to end the week. I thought the original release was absolutely fantastic. I personally, along with a lot of other content creators and channel members I talked to, really didn't hear or sense any kind of disturbance in the Force. When this was first officially announced, it was like, oh, yeah, it's really good. But now it's really, really, really damn good. So nice for Hot Toys to be able to come on out and answer the bell on something that, honestly, at least in this community, didn't seem like there was an uproar. But I do suspect, and I was talking about this yesterday on the Beta Hot Collectible show, and also earlier on the week in my show. I do suspect that it could be perhaps some complaints in the Asian market, maybe even in Hot Toys themselves. It could actually have even been Disney or the actor. Any one of those three things could have spawned a reason to go ahead and, we'll go ahead and correct it. And we'll go ahead and announce it publicly so that that person knows we went ahead and did that. But for me, I'm like, I'm surprised. I don't know why the hell you did it, but you did it.
Yeah, I know we didn't really hear any uproar over in our neck of the woods here. And this is kind of a figure that I kind of forgot all about, actually. But I went back actually earlier today and took a look at the previous head sculpt. And then when you compare the two, you really can see the difference. Like they knocked this out of the park. It's 100%. I can't see really anything to improve on. This looks like I'm looking at an image of, Wenwu and the actor that plays him. So I got to give credit to Hot Toys for A, doing such great work, but then B, being willing to actually go back and work on something that maybe isn't 100% before it's released, and to get it right, and to even really fill us into it and just talk about, hey, we went back and kind of retooled this design and here's what it looks like now. So I give Hot Toys props for that. That's not all companies are willing to do that. They're maybe too proud, or I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fact that we're getting a little bit of competition with Queen Studios, that they're kind of just trying to be a little bit more better at communicating with their audience. So whatever that case may be, I'm glad that they're doing it, and hopefully this just means that we're going to get A+ figures, more so in the future. And it would have been nice if they could have done this with Peacemaker too, but hey, that's okay. They don't care about Peacemaker.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And Clone Trooper puts up, are the Hong Kong prices rising as much as the U.S. prices? Look, the pricing, no one's immune to it. No one has their own galactic planets like Coruscant that's, free from the credits here, that is immune to what is happening globally, immune to what is happening with the whole global economic system, or is immune to what has happened with the whole COVID-19 pandemic. People not only close here in America if there's an outbreak, or in Canada or in Europe, they close down in Asia for sure. All markets, all places are experiencing hikes and frustrations and supply chain issues. And whenever you deal with supply chain issues and shipping hikes and stuff like that, all this stuff ties into it. Let's go to you, Loco Lou. Skipping around the panel here. I'm very, I agree with everything Night's Watch said. I think this is even more fantastic now than where it was. Let's see now when they come out with the final production photos if they could even top this, because they certainly have been doing it. At least with some of the Star Wars figures lately, I feel like they've been going above and beyond my expectations, whether you pre-order or whether you just save your cash and then order it once the production photos or videos come out. But very, very interesting here. But it could be their own pride. It could be that they just wanted to make it even better. It could be Disney. It could have been this actor. It could have been people in the Asian market. Honestly, nobody knows.
If I remember correctly, a while back ago, it was something in the Asian community that they were stating that this is not the final sculpt.
Well, that makes sense.
It wasn't the final sculpt, but if you look at the older photos, he looked kind of younger. Here, he looks aged properly,
Yes.
and it sets a precedent when you see this head sculpt, Don Wu's head sculpt, or is it Don Lee? No, Don Lee's head sculpt
Mhm.
from uh uh the Marvel movie. See, I don't even remember the name of it. Eternals. There you go.
Mhm.
Like they love their Asian actors. They just as much as they love their American actors. It's just that some get more love than others. So Peacemaker, peace out. But Loki, yeah, they give us that head sculpt. Steve Rogers, give us that head sculpt. Win Wu, let's go. Like they're gonna give us the goods, and I think they were working on doing better head sculpts to begin with. But what was setting this whole, Queen Studios and Hot Toys debate wasn't so much the sculpt as it was the rooted hair. It
Mm.
was that rooted hair that was turning people up and a new innovation as far as the collecting goes. But let's not stir away from what a collectible is and what a action figure is, because Hot Toys is in the toy game. It's a collectible figure, but they're still toys. You can still play with them. I don't know about Queen. That's something that we have to see when that bridge gets crossed, because right now we don't have anything in hand to play with to know the limitations of that.
Well, no,
But
that's a valid point. You have to wait. You
mhm,
throw your hat into the ring. Looks awesome. Great
mhm,
contender. Great prospect. We're all excited. We're all drinking our coffee. We're all brewing it up, getting ready. Hot Toys
mhm,
has hundreds and hundreds of figures, and they have a system in place for a 6 scale for a long time. We'll see. We'll see.
yeah,
And I'll tell you the truth when you talk about Queen, they're not going to be the first
mhm,
or the last
exactly. Yeah.
to come in. And listen, before you even continue, I'll just play this because whether Queen becomes the biggest fish, Hot Toys remains the biggest fish. There's always,
There's always a bigger fish.
always.
This is true. This is true. Now, here's the thing. Hot Toys has always been king, right? But that's not to say they haven't missed. That's like any boxer in the ring that's been dominating the match the whole entire time. You go in 12 rounds, that's a lifespan. If you already solidified yourself in decades doing one specific thing and you just improve on that specific thing, you're mastering your craft and you just get better at it. That's what Hot Toys do. This is new. This is the
Mhm.
new, and we're drooling over the new stuff because we want something new. We want to, get the nostalgia back in. We want to get a DX Joker back into our fray, and then we get this, and it's like, oh wow, this is way better. We're just excited for something new, but we're still waiting. And also, when it comes down to it, we still have to wait for these figures. Nothing's in stock yet. You have to wait.
It's a
So
long waiting game. And
yeah.
listen, yeah, no, absolutely. And that brings me to the next portion. We're going to go into the show. I'm actually going to go off order here, but thanks
Mm,
to Single Songwriter puts in, guys, Tuesday, Sideshow has a mystery unseal
mm.
and reveal. I'm
Yeah, I saw
guessing
that.
it will be Transport Trooper. Maybe it'll be Cable. Maybe it'll be Miles Morales figure. Maybe it'll be the Grogu set. Maybe
Oh,
it'll be something we're not expecting for Star Wars. But thank you so much, Single
Mhm.
Songwriter. Let's get into some of this here. I'm going to share, and we'll go ahead and go to prime time here first. With this, I'm going to share 6 scale Cantina .com and get rid of this little banner here since we're on to the next segment. Thanks to Single Songwriter in the house. And I'm going to go to a new section we have on here, prime time. It's Star Wars Marvel comparison, and even beyond that, underneath it, Star Wars 1/6 2022 release schedule by quarter. And I have this updated here, and you can see under the first quarter, we did get Ahsoka Clone Wars, but then we had Maul that was in the second quarter. I moved that into here. Maul Clone Wars came out. So we got Clone Wars Ahsoka, Clone Wars Maul, still due out, and it's already on day 9, so it's 9 days late. Clone Wars Anakin here, Grogu set, Transport Trooper. And then all of these in the second quarter have an April start date that I'm going to mention. Bo-Katan, Luke 40th, all start in April. Dark Trooper, and Blurg, Mando, and the Blurg. You know, with all these having an April to June or April to May ship date, I know a lot of us are expecting, you know, the Transport Trooper or the Clone Wars Anakin. We could actually be getting the Blurg, baby. You could get the Blurg tomorrow.
We all been waiting at the edge of our seats for Attack of the Blurgs, man. We've all been waiting for that.
Bring on those green machines, baby. I'm ready for them. I'm not getting them. That's why.
But listen, it's so true. And I actually think we're going to get those sooner than later. They're going to go ahead and just put them out and put the quill out earlier too. But go ahead, go prime time. What do you think? You know, Single Sword Rider put that up. You know, there's a mystery unsealed and revealed. Something for sure is coming tomorrow. Tomorrow night. I don't know if it's Marvel, 100%. Star Wars, something else. What do you think?
Well, I saw that, and immediately I hope it's Star Wars, but I'm okay if it's Marvel, of course. I'll probably wind up getting it anyways, but I'm really hoping it's Anakin, but I have a feeling that they're not going to release Ahsoka, Maul, and Anakin like that. Like, I feel like it's just too much for Clone Wars. I feel like they're going to hold off on that maybe as we get closer
to the
May-ish. Yeah, I feel like it's going to wait. And then it's probably going to be either the Grogu set or Transport Trooper. I feel like this one's going to be more low-key, but I don't know. I mean, I'm happy with anything. I would prefer the 40th Luke or anything, but
you know, it would be good prime time. I would actually love to have that and they cross these off the list. I would actually love, I was talking about this with Fabio, and maybe Fabio is in here listening. Fabio, my man, we're going to be on a show on Monday again. We're gonna go ahead and do it again on Aries is Raw, live and Raw on Monday at 8:00. We'll have a good time. But you know, one of the things he was talking about is they got to start coming out with these two in a row. So prime time, I would love for them to just get the Grogu set, Transport Trooper, say here's 2 releases, done.
Yep, done. Yeah, that'd be perfect.
What do you think, Lane? Would you be like, okay, this is a good start. Let's go ahead and get the Grogu set out of the way. Let's get the Transport Trooper out of the way. What would you think about that? Lane, you maybe on mute.
You muted, Lane.
Haha, oops. Yeah, we do need to get these like kind of, I think, off the books. Like even though I know it pushes back some more 2022, we need to get these 2021s gone. Like we just need them out. Now, what I would really like to see is Transport Trooper, and then suddenly they reveal, like they kind of did for Mysterio, saying, "Hey guys, we just happen to kind of include that Bill Burr head sculpt."
Oh, come on, baby! Now you got to listen. You have to say that this is off-world Jawa egg juice.
Yeah.
Go ahead, keep going.
I'm on the Jawa egg juice with the side of death sticks right now. I know. Everybody know it's anything. I'm just saying that crazy, as I usually say.
If they did that, I'll lose my shit. If they did that and say, "Hey, by the way, here's
Aries, you would be hitting the pre-order button, the pre-order button so fast."
No, but listen, baby, if they give me the Bill Burr with that, then I need the Pedro Pascal one with that, and I guess I could use the Crow one, but I want a different one because I got to pose those two together. That was a great. We talk a lot about episode 5. You know, with Ahsoka, episode 6, obviously with Boba Fett. We talk about 8 with Luke, R2. But man, that one with Bill Burr.
Oh,
that was action packed. That freaking episode 7 wasn't good.
I loved it.
Yeah,
awesome.
He's been one. Like I think we can. Like I'm starting to get too sidetracked here with this. I'm sorry. I'm almost kind of sorry I even said that, but I couldn't.
Same base. Same base. Just kidding.
But Bill Burr, I give so much credit to because he gave what should have been just a completely throwaway character. Like completely throwaway. That guy, I think, for the limited amount of time that we actually had him in Mando so far, I actually hope he doesn't show up again. I think his arc is done, but he made him a fully fleshed out character within just a few scenes. You know, more than a lot of times we see a lot of Star Wars characters that have been in multiple movies. Sometimes.
No, you're talking about Mayfield. Bill Burr.
Mayfield,
Yeah,
yep.
Mayfield.
Yeah, I actually think
Yeah.
he's going to be back. I think that they set it up where he got away and freaking Cara Dune let him go, and they let him go because he's going to come back, baby.
That's an open door.
That's an
Too
open
bad
door.
Is it too bad that I want to dream? I have like a dream that I would really just like to see. You remember the scene how we saw like when Cad Bane showed up, like kind of coming out of the West, like the man with no name. Is I would just love a scene like that where we just see like kind of a final showdown looking thing like that, where we get Cobb Vanth as Robo Vanth, and then Bill Burr and stuff like that, moseying on up and everything. Some big thing with the Mando and some big final like
Did you say
shootout or something?
You said Cad Bane?
Yeah,
Yes,
no,
you
I
did.
meant like that scene.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I'd be careful where I was sticking my nose if I were you.
How Ruben, go ahead, keep going.
Love it.
Yeah, I know.
So good.
If they had a scene where they kind of showed up together or something to help Mando out, like I just think that would be really cool. But anyway,
No, come on. Come on. No, absolutely. I'm right with you. And if they do that, I would lose myself, Lane, with the freaking Bill Burr.
2-pack. Then 2-pack. We love 2-packs.
So you'd be okay if they change this to a 2-pack?
Yeah, I think, if they did, like you said, where we had Mayfield and we had Din Djarin in the using those like some sort of new pack with their head sculpts with it, I think that would be really cool. People will buy it.
And Fabio is in here. Fab's figures from Fabio World. I'm here. Good to have Fabio in the house. Looking forward to that show again. We're going to do this Monday for sure. Yeah, what do you think, Loco Lou here? Which one could it be from single songwriter saying, hey, they're supposed to have a mystery? It could be Cable. It could be that Miles Morales figure. It could be a number of figures.
Yeah, there's plenty of figures that's been delayed, and I don't think it's Cable. I think it could be either Miles or they'll surprise us and it'll be a 40th Luke.
Wow, you're talking about the Snowspeeder one.
Because that's been there for a while, and what a great way to kind of like sprinkle in a little bit more Star Wars within the week. You know what I mean? They gave us Maul, they give us Ahsoka. He's like, what's one more? You know what I mean? Let's just give us another one. Give us a Luke. We've been waiting for this Luke. We've been waiting for it. But it being a blurg, I see the blurg coming in later. I don't see it coming in sooner because it's gonna have to tie in with Quill.
I feel like as soon as here's the thing about the blurg. I agree. I almost feel like let's get more on it. I don't think that they will though. I think if they delay it until season 3, if they could show a blurg in there again and get more high, I feel like they got to delay it, or as soon as one of the places that they rent out that produces this for them, that they're able to get the production space, say, hey, we have time to put this blurg on. They're going to be like, please go ahead and just make it and get it the frick out of the way and make that one and make this. I don't know. There's you got Jet Troopers selling more.
Yep.
I mean, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So it can be any number one of these. Night's Watch. Could it be the Luke, like Loco Lou was saying? I wish they would hold that for actually May 4th week to piggyback it off another Luke. You know what I'm talking about, Loco Lou.
I
know. But Night's Watch. It could be any one of these. What do you think? Is it Transport Trooper? Is it Grogu set?
I like where Loco Lou's head's at, but I just don't see it. Hot Toys is just so far behind on everything that I think we'll be lucky if Luke comes out in May. I'm thinking it's probably not going to be a Star Wars figure just because our last release was Maul. So they typically, I might be wrong, but they typically don't do 2 in a row. Don't they kind of switch it off a little bit here and there? So I'm guessing it would be Miles Morales just because that figure went up 26 months ago for pre-order. Like that is crazy. Like that's 2+ years.
It's due now. It's past due now.
So I would think the Miles Morales, but I could also see the Transport Trooper being one just to kind of roll that out. Doesn't seem like it would. That one takes a whole lot of, there's not a whole lot of new there, I don't think, just because we've kind of had a similar type figure release. So I could see them getting that one out quicker. But my gut says they'll maybe finally get Miles Morales out.
Yeah, it could be that. Which one of you guys didn't go yet on this? Was it? I think we all went on what we think, right?
Yep.
What do you guys think going to the second quarter? We said Luke 40th. We talked about that. We talked about Mando and the Blurred. There's some other ones in here. Bo-Katan, number 1. Dark Trooper, Echo, Moff Gideon. So out of those 4, Moff Gideon, Echo, Bo-Katan, Dark Trooper, do you guys see any of those that it could be? Because it could be, because all of them have that April May-ish time frame.
Like Moff Gideon, because he's been in the bottom feeders for a long time, and they'll probably just done with him and just say, okay, we ain't gonna get any more pre-orders for him. Let's just push him out, and whatever comes in, that's the last batch, and call it a day, because like he was there for a little bit, but he's been sitting at the bottom feeders for a while, specifically. Him.
Well, and that's my thing with the Blurg too. The Blurg is so far. Like Quill is behind, and I love Quill, the freaking Sith Jet Trooper.
Yeah, that too, and it's just so much at so little time, and it's just like they give us so much. We're waiting, and we get just like, here's a nugget. Here's a little bit for you. We'll give you a little bit. Just wait right there. We'll give you another crumb right there. Just wait, and they have us playing the waiting game, and it could be anything, but it might be the bottom feeder or what we all hope and know that it's more than likely it's Miles.
Yeah,
because I know it's not Cable. Cable's already been solicited to be waitlisted. Like he's been pushed back more. He's been pushed back officially.
Well, Lane, let me ask you this, because going back to we're trying to think which ones are going to come out with double ones. I'd like to see them come out with doing a couple of releases, even if it's not 2 Star Wars releases. Or maybe they do got to make it, keep it in the same IP. Do a couple of Star Wars, do a couple of Marvel. Start catching up is what I feel like they got to do. I feel like they got to do it. They could even go ahead and put out a Marvel, put out a Star Wars at the same time. At this point, they kind of need to start catching up, right, on some of these figures.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I feel like it's going to happen. We can't just do like what Night's Watch was saying. I agree. You have Marvel, now a Star Wars turn, then you have DC's turn, but we're at a point right now. You already have, there's so much out there. They got to just put these out and not worry about that, or just put them all the frick out at one time. And what I mean by that, here's your Marvel, here's Star Wars. Here it is, 2 on Monday, 2 on Thursday. Let's go.
Well, they're just facing part of the problem is we got to remember too, whenever they come out in Hong Kong, if you're getting it unless you're getting it directly from a retailer / Hong Kong directly, we're going to be waiting 2 or 3 months at least right now. I mean,
it's been 4.
Well, you guys remember, Aries, you probably remember too. Back in December is when the Wonder Woman 84, with the big gold armor with the big wings, came out.
Oh, you're talking about like waiting
December. Yeah, that came out. Deluxe has still not come to Sideshow, I don't believe, because I haven't seen the regular one. People are still waiting to Deluxe to get to Sideshow to start coming out. That's 4 months. It's not fully 4 months, obviously, but it's bordering on 4 months ago. They need to, like you said, we need to start seeing some of these just come out, because then if they even want to get them to the United States by the beginning of the summer, so people can get them, they might need to do a couple of weeks of new, dual releases. Like Monday have one, Friday have one for like several weeks in a row, along with doing a maybe if they need to do a new pre-order, do that and get your marketing so that maybe on the middle of the week that's your pre-order for like the next month or two or something. They got to start doing that.
And I don't really have a problem. No, it's a good point there, Lane. Night's Watch. Honestly, I think it could kind of feed off each other. Why couldn't they, release Miles Morales and Grogu set on the same night? You get Star Wars fans happy. You'll get Marvel fans happy. You get a couple of releases out there. Is there I mean, at this point, I don't think they need to necessarily, one's going to take away from people are looking forward to the Miles Morales one. You want to put out Bo-Katan. You want to go ahead and put out any trooper from Star Wars. That's not going to hurt anything. People that are going to buy it are going to buy that damn trooper.
Well, I agree, too, that they're so far behind that they really need to start doing something to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a little skeptical because now all of the new figures that are out for pre-order, instead of having that 3-month window, they have a 5-month window. So it's almost like they're planning ahead and building in those delays because maybe they can't catch up. So that's a little worrisome. But yeah, I would love if they just start firing these figures out. That'd be great.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And prime time, yeah. I mean, I don't really see any problem with it, and I hope that we just start seeing some of these catch up. It's gonna. I don't think it's gonna be as I think even just several for a few weeks in a row is gonna help a lot, dude.
Yep. Yeah, I agree 100%. I mean, I think, the Monday, Wednesday release doesn't have to be on the same day or anything like that. But I mean, if they break it up, a Marvel, a Star Wars, whatever it may be, just kind of getting through some of them, because I feel like a lot of them are probably done. They may just be waiting on certain things, or who knows how or why they do things. But I just feel like there's got to be reasons why they're just piling on even these figures from 2021. Like I said, I feel like they're just waiting. But hopefully they can do, even if they did, a Marvel and a Star Wars same day, it'd be great.
Well, listen, everybody, welcome to Cantina Live, and I am the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington, and I'm serving up all the Star Wars Hot Toys talk, along with the Jedi's Night's Watch in the house. We've got primetime reviews in the house. We have got Lane in the house, and we've also got Loco Lou. And everybody besides Lane, please go ahead and subscribe to these guys. Subscribe to them. I've got them right here on 6scalecantina.com. And all you got to do is just, go to the video description or type them in on YouTube. But show these guys your love. Show them your support. They put a whole lot of time into the stuff that they do. And they go ahead and support so many other channel creators in here. So definitely go ahead and show your support. Go to the resources and links page at 6scalecantina.com. Look for the Jedi Night's Watch primetime reviews, Loco Lou. Hit the subscribe button. And the only reason I'm saying don't subscribe to Lane is Lane does not have a channel yet, but he's working on it.
Nobody's perfect. What can I say?
Oh, dude, I can't wait. Listen, I've got to be one of your, if you do a live stream when you do your channel, I've got to be one of your friends. You got to invite me. My friend. I want to be on there.
Only for the most exclusive.
Yes, maybe you got to invite the Hot Toys Wizard too, because I'd love to be on a show.
That was just, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Come on, baby. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next topic in here, which is going to be, I know I already played this before, but I really think for us, the Cantina, the Galaxy, this is now.
This is where the fun begins.
Come on, baby. And putting this up onto the screen. Loco Lou, Obi-Wan series. What we expect. So let's go ahead and talk about this as a bunch of guys sitting here at Cheers, sitting here at 6 Scale Cantina. We're opening up cans of whoop ass. We're drinking the coffee. We're smelling what the Dark Jedi is cooking. What should we expect in this series? And even to tie in at the same time, what should we expect at the end? and after, meaning after, like, what is it going to mean? Like, what is this going to mean when it's done? What is it going to do for Star Wars when it's done? What story is it going to tell when it's done? What I is it going to dot when it's done? What T is it going to cross when it's done? What road is it going to open that's under construction when it's done? Go, baby.
Oh man, that's so much. It's so much. It just leads into so much. It's like what I can't name it all. Okay, I can't name it all. It's just so much. It leaves everything open for interpretation. It leaves everything open for things that we know and love in games, in books, in novels. So it can lead into anywhere. And being that this is being directed and written by actual fans of the property,
yes,
people who love them, they're gonna give us something that, you know, hopefully it's not like, you know, the Book of Boba Fett, maybe more like episode 5 of the Book of Boba Fett, you know. But yeah, look at like my boy Nate will say Jesus. That's Jesus. But
yeah,
I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. There's so many things going on out there, and I just want to wait and see. I don't want to spoil anything for
like
myself.
at the end, like let's say you watch this. It's going to be 6 hours of Star Wars, Loco Lou. You're going to be watching this. Do you have something that, besides being satisfied and saying you enjoy it, that you want to take away from this, that you could carry on to the rest of Star Wars? Because I feel like we're going to get that, and I don't exactly know how and in how many ways.
And that's exactly where I'm at. That's exactly where I'm at. I just don't know what or how, but it's going to get there. It's going to have connective tissue, and I just want to see how it's woven. I don't like to speculate too much, because with Star Wars, there's that love-hate relationship, right? That I love it, but then I hate it because I don't want to spoil it for myself. You know,
there's a lot of big expectations.
Exactly.
For Star Wars. I mean, more than a lot of other IPs. I'm going to go to you, Jedi Night's Watch, because I know that you're the Night's Watch, right? And a Jedi. This is a Jedi right here, and I agree with Loco Lou. I think there's a lot. It seems like more than other IPs demand of fulfillment of excellence when it comes to Star Wars, which is really just a freaking Western.
Right.
At its core, from when it started in 1977. What a space opera it was and it is. But I feel like there is going to be, as Loco Lou put it, connective tissue that Favreau and Filoni, working with Deborah Chow, who's doing this, also working with George Lucas, are going to weave into the fabric of what's to come. And that's really what's got me interested.
First, I just want to say, Lou, I love your shirt. I didn't notice all the turtles initially. So,
yeah, baby.
Thank you. You know, I'm a half shell dude, man. I love my turtles, man. Turtle power all the way,
That's
man.
right.
Green machine, baby.
But as it goes for Obi-Wan, I'm kind of with Loco Lou, where I don't know what to expect, and I'm really expecting, I guess, greatness, but I guess Book of Boba Fett just has that little worry in my head of, hey, what if it's not so good? You know, how many times can Star Wars do this where they kind of let us down, or are our expectations just too big? I don't know what. Maybe it's a little blend of both. And Boba Fett was okay, but there were just some really baffling parts. So I'm hoping and I'm thinking. I mean, we have Ewan McGregor, Christian Haydenson's coming back. I think this is going to be really good. I think having one director for the whole series is going to be really good for it, just to have that mindset of where they want to take it. And I think it's going to be more of like Rogue One, where it's a filler, but it's going to be a really, really good filler, and it's going to get you to that next point that we kind of catch up in, or maybe even lead up to something else that they can just do another series on. So I'm hoping it's going to be great. I'm thinking it will, but there is that little piece in my mind where I'm just like, what if Boba Fett?
Oh, so you mean like what if this?
I'm Boba Fett. I'm here to see the mayor.
Boba Fett. Do you have an appointment?
At least it wasn't in the kitchen. It wasn't the kitchen scene.
Oh my
god. Prime time. Obi-Wan series. The trailer certainly had me spill my coffee. Literally. Duel of the Fates, epic music. They have the Grand Inquisitor in there. You're seeing the third sister in here. You already know you've got Darth Vader. You already know you've got Obi-Wan Kenobi. It was already leaked. You got Jimmy Smith. So you got Bail Organa. We see a young Luke. You could just safely assume we're going to see a young Leia. I tell you what, I feel like we're going to learn a lot about Order 66. We're going to learn a lot about what Vader and the Emperor, the tensions are between them and the Jedi that they're hunting, and more about what they're after. I almost feel like we're going to find out more about Grand Admiral Thrawn and that fleet, that I think that people are discounting that it's not just going to be about seeing Vader overseeing with Moff Tarkin the construction of the Death Star and the Emperor. There's a whole other fleet out there with Grand Admiral Thrawn that is in charge of other things. I think they're going to tie a lot of stuff in here together, dude, in a very subtle way, but it's going to make sense for some of the series that are forthcoming.
I agree. I mean, it's definitely going to set up a ton of stuff for later on. I'm trying to keep an open mind with this. I'm not going into it thinking what it's going to be or anything like that, because I was so excited with good old Boba Fett, and it wasn't for me. It was kind of a letdown, with just like most other people. But so this, I'm just kind of staying open-minded and hope that it's going to be as amazing that it should be, and maybe we'll see some people we don't expect to see, like Mace or somebody.
Ooh, man. Lane, will we see Mace? But more specifically, Lane, going to you with the Obi-Wan series. They brought in Ewan McGregor. They're bringing in Hayden Christensen. Deborah Chow is directing this. They know there's going to be a lot of eyes on this. To me, this is looking like if you could have a fourth movie in a trilogy, even though that's not possible. But it feels that way. It feels like Revenge of the Sith 2.0. It feels like A New Hope before A New Hope. And I get Rogue One, like a Rogue One a little bit, but I feel like we're going to really learn about Order 66, the Jedi that they're hunting. Some of the things, maybe we see Cal Kestis. Maybe we start getting into some of these, all kinds of... I feel like we're going to get a lot of good shit, baby. Go, Lane.
Well, for me versus, I regret to inform once again. I will say I do not believe Mace Pancake will be showing up.
Pancake,
the shattered dreams, people. Nah. Anyway,
it's terrible.
But
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Where the fun begins.
I'm the anti-fun. My expectation, though, is I know it's probably not going to be that way so much, because it works probably better in a novel than a 6-hour miniseries, basically, is I really want the focus to be on Obi-Wan and like him and what he's doing here. I mean, him just hanging out and being creepy looking at Luke through, high-tech goggles and stuff for 6 hours will probably kind of be weird and boring. And then we would complain about it.
Well, maybe he's going to be hanging out with the Tusken Raiders like Boba Fett, and it could be.
Yeah, but
it's not gonna, baby.
Yeah,
Come on.
I know. I just don't put that in my head because we don't know. But I did have a couple things I would like sort of see, like not all of these necessarily, but a couple things. But where I want the focus to be on Obi-Wan and what he's doing. I could maybe there's a little tie-in to the World Between Worlds for the upcoming Ahsoka series. And I don't mean it plays a major part in the story, but maybe there's some reference to it to also connect it to Rebels a little bit.
I think there will be.
Now,
it's a good thought.
A big thing I want to see other than Obi-Wan, I know everybody's excited for Vader and everything. Honestly, I really would like to see more of the Inquisitors and how they work. Like in this era in the Inquisitors and everything. I don't want an entire episode, but maybe even a half episode that deals with how the Grand Inquisitor commands them. I know we got to see that a little bit in Rebels, but that's different than seeing in live action, you know, for what we, even for us, what we take as canon for things to a certain extent, even if the company tells us this is canon, this book is canon, that 10,000 people read, so nobody knows what happened, or whatever. So I want to see that. And maybe I could see, I don't think this is the least likely thing I think we could see a little bit of. Maybe there's a little bit if it connects with Grogu at all, since he's kind of the mascot guy of, you know, the Disney Star Wars verse now, is maybe there's a little bit of explanation of how he got to the desert place that he was being housed in.
You mean
in
this?
The first season of... I consider that completely highly unlikely, and it's probably better they don't do anything with Grogu. But I think because they are trying to have connective tissue, like little strands between all these series and stuff.
Lane, I'll bet you a hot toy. I'll bet you a hot toy Grogu is in this. You dare to make that?
Yeah,
I was
it'll
right
be
on.
one of the with your. You'll send it if I win. You have to send me that second Grogu you got with your second Beskar man.
No, I'll send you my. I have a first order trooper somewhere.
Oh, goody! That can be right here as I can hop on and we can do. Here's my impersonation of Harrison Ford, the hot toy impersonation.
The bar's been set. The bar's been set.
So listen,
but, you know,
Loco Lou. I mean, not Loco Lou. Lane. You're saying that we will not see Mace. I'm not going to call him Pancake. We will not see Mace in this.
No, I don't think we'll see Mace.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Okay. I just felt something over me there for a second. Aries, did you text the Hot Toys Wizard and exude some?
I haven't heard from the darn Hot Toys Wizard all week. But he's interrupted the show plenty of times. So
yeah, I know that he was. I felt like he was trying some throttle clearing out my any ridiculous thoughts there through the throat.
Let's go to the next segment, which ties right into this here, guys. Having a lot of fun here tonight. Cantina Live. If you didn't smash, if you didn't hit, if you didn't use your little finger to hit the like button, please go ahead or use your thumb, because like here's the like, put the thumbs up, down and press it and then bring it right back up again. Come on, baby. Thank you so much for your support.
And Aries guarantees you won't get Modi.
Well, I can't guarantee you won't get taken over by the Hot Toys Wizard. That much I can guarantee. All right, let's go ahead and start off with Loco Lou. Hot Toys Obi-Wan series wish list. Again, we're continuing to have a lot of fun here. As Anakin said, here's where the fun begins.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so listen. Obi-Wan series wish list. Besides Obi-Wan, which is the star of the show, so the only thing we can't do here is we can't wish for an Obi-Wan, because we know we're going to get Obi-Wan, because they're going to give us Obi-Wan. So that aside, it could be anyone else, anything else.
Give me
What's your wish list for the Hot Toys Obi-Wan series?
Inquisitors. Give me the Inquisitors, please. Bring them. We need those to fill out gaps. We need them.
Loco Lou wants Inquisitors. Do you want 2 packs or do you want 1?
No, give me 2 packs, because it's necessary. It's necessary, because if you're gonna not do one, and not do the other, which is criminal in the Star Wars universe, because they still giving us a CP3, or we don't have a CP3 or Hot Toys. You mess with my emotions. Telling you, you're gonna bring the logo out of me.
We don't have Mace.
And we don't have Mace, and I think it's Lane's fault. It's all Lane's fault. We don't have
Probably.
Mace.
When they come out with Mace, I'm definitely gonna have Lane on the show.
Oh, I'm gonna send.
I'm gonna have to sit there and take it for a while, 2 or 3 hours of me going.
So, the 2-packs is it. And listen, everyone in the chat, when the Dark Jedi does these wish list things here, it's not just me at the panel. All of you can participate. Whatever figure you would want besides Obi-Wan, because we're getting an Obi-Wan. Now, if you want a second Obi-Wan or an alternate Obi-Wan, that's fine. You can go ahead and put that in. Anything that you want. There's no wrong answer. We're not going to say unlikely. It's just a wish list. It's just what you wish would happen. Your genie can get 3 wishes. A Hot Toys wizard, you can wish all the hell you want. But yeah, Inquisitors and 2-packs. Remember, we used to get those 2-packs. Snowtroopers, Stormtroopers, Clone Troopers are coming. I'd love to see what Inquisitors.
They're so super expensive now on the secondary market.
All right, let's go to Primetime. Primetime wish list. Obi-Wan series. What one would you like?
I'm thinking I'd like you could do maybe a young Luke, young Leia 2-pack.
Ooh.
Maybe not. But definitely a new Vader would be my go-to. I mean, obviously we're going to get an Obi in some way. So a new Vader would be just awesome. I can't wait to see what he's actually going to look like in this. So I am just excited.
What kind of Vader? What kind of Vader would you want Primetime in this? Would you want it to be like Rogue One, or would you want that head sculpt of Hayden in there somehow?
Oh, I definitely need the head sculpt. I definitely need the head sculpt in there somehow. But yeah, I would definitely like a head sculpt in there. That would be amazing. But
dude,
I don't know.
Yeah,
that'd be my go-to.
That would be your go-to. And people putting in here, listen, we've already got Darth Vader, Hayden head sculpt from Primetime Reviews. We got the Inquisitors from Loco Lou, and we're going to go through the rest of the paddles here and mine. But what's your wish list? Put it in the chat. What you would want from the Obi-Wan series besides Obi-Wan. Putting it in from It's Popsick at table 5 with Grogu, Cal Kestis. And you have to wonder, is it possible that they're going to go ahead? Deborah Chow's going to go in here, and this is a great opportunity to put in Cal Kestis, with the Inquisitors and everything that's going on during this timeline. And I say, maybe yes. I kind of feel it a little bit. I think this is going to be something that could happen in there. Thank you so much there, Table 5, Mr. Popsick. All for you, baby. Let's go through some of these other ones in here of some people that want what their wish list would be. From Obi-Wan Lane, Gonzalo Navas puts in, I want a heavy battle-damaged Vader. A heavy battle-damaged Vader. That's really cool, Gonzalo. That would be on my wish list, too. And when you say it like that, heavy battle-damaged, is it possible? Because I think we're going to get a Vader, that we could probably maybe get a couple of Vaders from this. And remember, I did get some inside information, real inside information from the lips of Hayden Christensen himself, that there is not only one, not only two, but 3 figures that are being worked on from Hot Toys with his likeness. So you have to wonder. You have to wonder if that's part of it. And I think we're going to see certainly more than one for that. But good job, Gonzalo. Lane, let's go to you. What would be your wish list from this series?
Okay, well, I had kind of a split here. I would like a new type of trooper, like maybe Purge Trooper, working with the Inquisitors, or another classic style trooper. I'm a trooper guy. But the top thing I would have, this is hedging a little bit, because honestly, what I would really like, because I don't think we're going to get it from Clone Wars, is I would like a Clone Wars General Kenobi, but like specifically of from a flashback or something of Obi-Wan.
So you want that? You want that Clone Wars?
But I mean Ewan McGregor, like him maybe in that kind of like armor look or something, like
the one that they teased. You mean the one that they teased?
Sort of like that, but actually him, like taken from him being in the modern show and taken, like where it's not part of the Clone Wars line, but it's actually like Obi-Wan, where it was an actually recorded scene flashback, him and maybe a slightly de-aged him and Hayden Christensen.
Maybe that's what they're waiting for.
Yeah, is that they actually? But I mean, like him actually new live action recorded, And then, I mean, well, we've seen them like the KX droids do 10 seconds. Something appearing and just like, here's a figure that looks better, that you can see details you couldn't almost even see in the 10 seconds it showed up because we were able to put in more detail. But yeah, that's like really what I would like to see. Is like you said, we know we're getting 20 Vaders and Obi-Wan, but to see an Obi-Wan of him actually, Ewan McGregor, like up in that suit, and then be able to do the detail and the stuff based off that, I just think it would be really cool. Like that would take the bad taste of your mouth for having not seen that one like in a year or whatever it was since they originally kind of showed it or teased it at SideShowCon or AppleCon or whatever, like 2020 maybe. I know it was a long time ago.
No, I think that'd be good. That's an awesome wish list there to get that Clone Wars Kenobi, but from the actual likeness of what they show, even if it's 10 seconds from the series, before we go ahead and get to the Night's Watch and his ticks, putting up some of the chat in here. MB Dyson, 829, wants Yoda. And let us know what your wish list is here for the Obi-Wan series. No wrong answer. Anything but Obi-Wan, unless it's going to be an alternate Obi-Wan like Lane did there. Clone Trooper puts in Purge Trooper. Yeah, I think that you get the Purge Trooper, baby. You have to wonder, does that mean that you're going to get the Airborne Trooper? And I say, yes. Come on. Let's continue to go down on some of this list over here. Maximum Rex, new bounty hunters, Embo, Bosk, maybe. Look, baby, I was looking for that Bosk. Come on, are you kidding me? From the book of Boba Fett, I didn't get it, but you have to wonder, are they still going to put it out? Anyway. And we had so many of the species of Bosk. That's a great wish there. And El Profesoro Mario is in the house, and great to have Mario in here. Please don't forget to subscribe to El Profesoro. Love his channel. Remember, I got him on 6scalecantina.com as well. And I need Vader in a Bacta tank. This is where I think we can get multiple Vaders. And I'm just saying, Hayden Christensen has said there's a few things being worked on. You just have to wonder. Well, let's go to the Night's Watch because he put in here Meditation Chamber Vader. Go ahead. Talk to me.
For me, it's going to be it's a Vader. It's got to be a Vader. It's one of my favorite villains is Darth Vader himself. I would love to see Darth Vader in his meditation chamber with the helmet off, the Hayden Christensen head sculpt. I mean, if they can do Iron Man with the gantry, like why can't we do like something like this where we have everything kind of incorporated? You have the meditation chamber. I think that would be pricey, but I think it would be worth it. It would be awesome. And then because I missed out on the quarter scale Vader, if they could just do a quarter scale Vader, I would love to see that as well. They did it with Boba Fett. They did quarter scale. They've done it with Mando. You know, maybe they would do it again with Darth Vader and do it for the Obi-Wan series. So those would be the two figures that I would most want to see. Of course, we're going to get Obi-Wan. So yeah, that's why he's not mentioned. But I think those are the big three that everybody wants to see is Obi-Wan, a Vader, and then the Inquisitors. But we also don't know what else we're going to be getting. So this could be a surprise.
No, and those are awesome. And listen, you are watching Cantina Live. I am the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington. And if you haven't subscribed and you're watching for the first time, 6 Scale Cantina, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now, baby. Right now, go ahead and just pause for a moment, hit the subscribe button. You'll go ahead and get notifications on when I go live, when I have my latest shows. And you have to wonder. You could also go ahead and subscribe right here to the Jedi's Night's Watch, who just gave his picks. Right next to him, you've got Prime Time Reviews. You've also got Loco Lou right underneath over there. And there's Lane. Lane doesn't have his channel yet, but coming soon. Coming soon, baby, where we can talk about Mace. But let us know what your wish list is for the Obi-Wan series, besides Obi-Wan, unless it's a unique Obi-Wan. What do you want? What do you want? And a lot of people picking Vader here. Before we get to you, Prime Time, let's go to some of these other ones over here. Ashley Chase in the house wants a 1/6 Bantha. Like a Bantha. Last night.
No, I like it, Aries. I like it.
the man of hot collectibles last night with that. That was
man.
if you guys didn't see that show from 8:30 last night on, you have to go check it out.
Lane walked away.
It was Lane like a bantha. Oh my god.
Five minutes of Banthas. Make baby Banthas.
At least something
Go
good came from
Doom
that
Sea.
series.
It's an epic show. Shout out to my man Dante. Big dog pound. Woo! I love the Avatar. Who wants a half-baked and crispy decapitated Anakin? Well, you have to wonder. Let me throw one back at you. How about from A New Hope, a roasted Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen?
Oh, give me all the barbecue shish kebabs, bro. I want them all. I want a barbecue Andy. I want them all. Have them all crispy and everything.
Could we get Fatal Stabbed Qui-Gon Jinn figure? You know, so they can just repurpose the Qui-Gon Jinn with just a big hole through his chest.
My man, the Collector One, great supporter in here. I'll get 2 banthas. Are we ready? Like a bantha, like a bantha. Like a bantha, like a bantha. Anyway, I gotta get that song.
Go.
The one thing we're gonna remember from Book of Boba now forevermore, 25 years from now, when we're all super old, what is everybody gonna remember of Boba Fett?
Like
I can see OG fan with Star Wars was just Star Wars cringing right now, going, no.
He's the most feared bounty hunter in the galaxy. You must own all Boba Fett, except for the Like a Bantha hot toy that comes out. With him stuck. It's a statue pose of him with a smile.
Hey, look, he did kick major butt in the freaking last.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. He freaking had the damn Rancor monster. Remember what the Rancor did to almost.
I'm just waiting for the Like a Bantha like figure though. Like for the 25 years from now, it'll come out Black Series figure.
Yeah. All right, let's Maximum Rex Imperial Officers. That's a great wish list. Before we go ahead and get to the next one over here, give us Hot Toys Star Wars Animal, says Basic Blatch. Yeah, I'm right with you, baby.
Give me creatures.
Yeah, Alan Alahado. I don't know. I do agree. I mean, I'd love for him to be in this, but Max Rebo does live. He does live. He did not blow up.
He always lives.
Yeah, the blue elephant is around. Come on, baby. Who did not go yet in here? Did you go primetime?
Yeah, I did.
Vader.
Yeah, Vader.
Oh, yeah, he did Vader. That's right. He did Vader.
Yeah.
Then is it possible that we're going to the Dark Jedis? What is possible my wish list from this series? And I'm going to put it up on the screen because I think from some of the trends that I'm following, some of the rumors that I'm following, that this is the way that we're going to have to like it. That's the way. I like it. And let me tell you something, baby.
Yes.
If you're gonna go ahead and have Jimmy Smits back in the show, and you're gonna have a young Leia, is it possible that C-3PO and R2-D2 are also with him? Whether it's on Alderaan or whether it's on that little white ship, whatever the hell they call it. And I say yes. And let me tell you something, brother. If these two show up for the first time in live action like that together, there's going to be a stop moment. There's going to be a slight pause, like before those bad guys crash through the window, like, and it kind of pauses and everyone goes, and then they fall. It's going to be that moment. And there's not a chance in hell, Loco Lou, that Hot Toys doesn't say cha-ching, cha-ching, put it the hell out. This is what I want from the Obi-Wan series, because it's coming, baby. These two will be in it.
Diecast.
I like that a lot.
Yep, diecast.
Diecast.
For sure.
You disappointed me there, Aries.
What?
Uh-oh.
How dare you?
You did not follow through like I thought you were, and I figured you were going to be declaring it was time finally to get that rogue Sith Lord Darth Jar Jar Binks figure.
No.
Lade. Is this what they call you, Lade?
They call him the Wizard.
because I think I can cast spells, but unfortunately, it's all delusions in my own mind. Say after that one.
I want a Jar Jar. No, I want a Jar Jar. Give me a Jar Jar. I'll take a Jar Jar, but CP3O is long overdue.
Yeah, no, I mean seriously though, I like you heard me that I've taught in some other streams. I've told like I really want a new R2D2. Like C3PO would be great, but I've never been the biggest C3PO fan. Them together as a 2-pack. I mean, okay, the way you guys are charging now, it'd be $540, $535.
That's all right.
You know, I have a new wish, Lane, because you know you're not a huge C3PO fan, and you're not a huge Mace fan. My wish, Hot Toys Wizard, please tell Howard Chan, give me a C3PO and Mace Windu 2-pack, just for Lane Kramer. That would be awesome.
No, they could do they're doing a Clone Wars line. There was a 2-episode story in season 6 that was Jar Jar and Mace teamed up together, so we could get Jar Jar Binks and Mace Windu Clone Wars together in a 2-pack. And I mean that the big reward for that entire thing was watching Jar Jar make out with a space bird princess who was his girlfriend.
Yep.
That is a sight I'll never forget.
Aries, you know, for me, I need them to revisit this character and bring a CP3O with him, and that is my boy Chewie. They need to revisit Chewie and give us a backpack CP3O.
I would love that 2-pack. Listen, I'm going to talk about it tomorrow on the Market Chart Show. Tomorrow, 2 p.m. Listen, Eastern. Everyone pay attention here. I will be live tomorrow at 2 p.m. You are ready. You know, if you go to 6scalecantina.com and you see the latest news on the channel, I'll put this up onto the screen, baby. You'll see right here as we scroll down, you see the show right now that we're on, Cantina Live, here Saturday night. But when you scroll down a little bit, look at right there. You got the Market Chart Show. And the Market Chart Show tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, and I am going to be talking about not only the Chewbacca Loco Lou, but both Chewbaccas. The Force Awakens Chewbacca and the A New Hope Chewbacca are trending high in the secondary market for Star Wars Hot Toys. We're going to be talking about Chewbacca. Is it a sign that we're going to get Krrsantan? Is it a sign that we may be eventually getting a Han and Chewbacca 2-pack, a C-3PO and Chewbacca 2-pack like Loco Lou wants? You have to wonder, but you don't want to miss that tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. And also, if you join the channel, if you decide to become a Cantina Insider, if you like what you're watching here tonight, right there, that pink banner on the side, Sunday Coffee with Aries will also be on tomorrow. But you don't want to miss that. That'll be on earlier, and that is an exclusive Insiders live show. And for you insiders in there, I will be live before the Market Chart Show live with everybody in here as well. So you're going to get me twice tomorrow. Join the channel if you want Sunday Coffee. And don't forget tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern with the Market Chart Show. But, man, what a freaking awesome time that I'm having here tonight. Loco Lou, let's stick with you. This is good here. I'm going to go ahead and stop the show. We're at the 2-hour mark. We've got the UFC tonight. Come on, baby. We have got the Korean Zombie versus Alexander Volkanovski. And then we got Aljamain Sterling versus Peter Yan.
Oh, it's going to be Slava.
Islam, Makachev. I think there's so many fighting, or Kazmat. Kazmat's fighting tonight. Can't wait. Go, Loco Lou. What's going on in your channel? Quick, you got 60 seconds. You got 1 minute. Tell us.
Okay. I got a couple of reviews up on SH Figure Arts figures from Dragon Ball, which is basically Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Later tonight, I will be putting up my Fugitoid from NECA. And then hopefully after today's done, because I have Pose Wars, like literally right after this, I'll be at Collecting Weekly's channel doing Pose Wars. So make sure you guys, flip over there and give my opponent some Banes. You know what I mean? Yeah, your boy over here, he got Bane to high heaven. And I'll tell you this much, I love a challenge, but you know what? I want to see the other opponents sweat too. It's fun when everyone's sweating. And You can always catch me with Lael's 1/6 scale man. Got the lounge, the collector's lounge tomorrow, and his channel, and take your position in his channel. Geeking out also tomorrow, so I'm like 3 things tomorrow, going crazy. And yeah, man. And whenever Aries wants me back, it's the Dark Jedi. See, he could.
It's always a privilege and honor to have you on here man.
I'm
so
honored.
Glad to have you back.
Pleasure. It's mine. Thank you.
Loco Lou. Make sure you subscribe to Loco Lou again. Bringing up 6scalecantina.com. He is on the resources and links page. All you got to do, besides believe, is just hit the link, Loco Lou, hit subscribe, and subscribe to me also while you're at it. And subscribe to above him is Primetime Reviews. Now, Primetime Reviews, awesome having you on the show. You're on so many of the shows, and you're a great supporter. You're a supporter here on this channel as well. A subscriber here. And you have a lot of subscribers on yours. I think you're going to start coming back on your channel. Everyone, you need to check him out. Talk to us a little bit about Primetime Reviews, what you got going on.
So I actually just dropped a video on the Clone Wars Maul, and then I'm hoping to do some more videos. Whatever comes out this week, I'll probably have within a week or so, and then maybe get on some more live streams. I really want to try to get my channel back and up and running. I have a good amount of subscribers and almost 6 million views, so I'm just trying to keep it going and seeing what I can do with it now. I've kind of just let it sit for a while, but I'm really excited that I was on here. It was great to talk with all of you, and I really enjoyed it a lot. So can't wait for more.
Absolutely. Can't wait to have you back as well. Primetime Reviews. Awesome having you on here. What a great vibe from you and from everybody on here tonight. A lot of fun. And let's go to the Jedi Night's Watch. Jedi Night's Watch, also a great supporter for the channel. You're on so many other channels as well, supporting, and such a pleasure, brother, to have you in over here. What's going on your channel?
Well, first, Aries, I just want to say it's a real honor being on your show, because while I do have kind of a busy schedule, I try to catch everybody's shows and show some support when I can. And I always love watching your shows. I love your characters that you kind of bring out and just the excitement that you have, and especially your market show. I love playing like fantasy football and kind of managing that, and kind of managing my collection, with the stocks kind of going up and down. It's kind of the same thing. So thank you again. On my channel, we just did a bunch of Moducase videos, because I did finally get my Moducases up and running, so you can check those out. And yesterday I dropped the Hot Toys quarter scale Joker review, so that is out as well. And then Monday nights I do my live stream called 6 Scale Symposium at 8:30 Central Time. And this week's actually going to be kind of like an international show. I'm going to have Iron Logan on, and then Figure Focus, Shane is going to be on as well. So feel free to hop over to my channel, be a part of the community. Would love to have you.
No, that's awesome, Jedi Night's Watch. I can't wait to have you back on here as well. And listen, Jedi Night's Watch, you can go to the video description. You can subscribe to him. Same as Primetime Reviews, same as Loco Lou. You can also go to 6scalecantina.com, resources and links page, and you can subscribe to them there, or you could type it in. Show them your support for sure by subscribing to these guys. Much appreciated. Lane, I know you don't have a channel, but I know someday yonder you're going to have it. But listen, baby, I think a Mace and C-3PO 2-pack is going to come just for you. Good having you on, Lane. Always a pleasure having you on, my friend. Great support.
Aries, I have something for tomorrow for you to have to think about. I want to hear your response. So for May 4th, if you are put on where you can get one. If you have to choose between a C-3PO, getting a Harrison Ford Han Solo, or a Bespin Look. Now, you're not to make up your mind now, but you're only going to be able to get one of those ever made. Hot Toys Krrsantan said we will put aside the resources because we got 50 other Mando figures to make.
All right, so what's my choices again? C-3PO.
C-3PO, a form of Harrison Ford Han Solo,
Okay.
or a Bespin Luke. You are now put on the thing where you're going to have to decide between it. But that's a teaser for you to discuss maybe before you start going into the secondary market show tomorrow, or if it's something you rather for your cup with your subscriber.
So are you saying with this scenario that I can only pick
one?
I can only pick one
will get made,
but the other two will never get made, is what you're telling me.
You can only make one, because at this point it looks like they're never going to. Hot Toys didn't seem like they're making any of them.
Dude, this is not what they call you then. It can't be.
They call him the Wizard.
Because it can't be never.
Well, Lane is the hot toy apocalypse. That's what it is. He's the hot toy apocalypse when it comes to figures we want.
As Denobi might say, if Denobi would say, it feels like we're rolling slowly to the Hot Toys apocalypse, because they just got to see it pre-orders, and eventually their buildings are going to collapse underneath the weight of them. But that's for you. That's for you to ponder tomorrow, and then maybe before you start going into some of your secondary stuff. So people, because I know I will be tuning.
Don't forget to remind me and put it, just type it in the chat if I forget. But okay, I will think about that. You're going to have me thinking, baby. But listen, thank you so much for being on, Lane. And thank you, everybody, for watching.
Guys. It was great with you all.
Oh, can't wait to have you guys. You back on again, Lane. All four of you guys back on again. And this was absolutely awesome. Again, what is going on with me? Again, just putting this up onto the screen. You got me tomorrow. Right now, we just did Cantina Live. You see the banner right below that. Market Chart Show. Don't forget that tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern, I will be live. Shortly before, you'll get a notification. If you are a Cantina Insider, you will get Sunday morning coffee with me a little bit earlier with that. And besides that, what is going on, I will be live, as usual, this coming Monday at 8:15 p.m. Eastern with Fabio once again for Live and Raw. You absolutely don't want to miss that. And then on Wednesday, 7 p.m., the Aries Heritage Show. And you do not want to miss my special guests coming on in from Positive Fandom and Victoria from Victoria's Cantina. It will be Ladies' Night. They're going to be on with the Dark Jedi. We got some Star Wars to talk about. You're not going to want to miss that, baby. Anything beyond that, I can't think that far ahead. Actually, I will be on
3 different shows to think about.
You'll hear what I'll be on someone's live show probably during the weekend. But is it possible I'll be on Say What with my man Lael from 1/6 Scale Man this coming Wednesday? He's got something special in store for you, special show, and I say yes. So look for that too. And I can't think of anything else, but you'll see me around. I'm the Dark Jedi. So
really had not heard that.
Yeah, I've not heard that. I don't always buy coffee out, but when I do, I buy from 6 Scale Cantina. Stay thirsty, my friends.
Thank you, everybody.